Hey everyone, Nubkeks here, and welcome back to another episode of the Road to Grandmaster. This is the second episode in the renewed, revitalized, returning series. And today we're jumping on to Volskaya Foundry. The feedback for the first episode was really good, so I'm glad that you guys enjoy it, and we're going to keep going for now. So yeah, I mean, keep the feedback coming and let me know what you like about it or what you'd like to see changed. I'm going to try 50% speed bonus during the draft today. And yeah, we'll just figure out how that goes. I mean, I will say that in this in this draft at the start, I'm not super much paying attention to it. So perhaps missing out on some optimizations there because we're chatting instead. But I guess it's, you know, what are your priorities, eh? Anyway, we've got the Thrall band come out. I think, and Johanna. I was actually a bit surprised by this when I saw them, because they're probably my two most played heroes and ranked overall. Or two of my favorites, so I was wondering if is that like a bit of a ban against me, or is it just he wants to play Diablo? Is it just pure fluke? I didn't know. I think this is the point of the draft where I realized it. But anyway, you can see I'm trying to work out stuff as well, as in like who's going to heal, who's going to play what. I'm just trying to work those things out too. Our team banned Zeratul and also removed Hanzo as well. So again, they're fairly standard bans all around, and all things considered. There's a few heroes that have made it through, but there we go. I mean, our team locks in Alarak and Gul'dan, which is a little bit out there. I usually think it's not a good idea at all to lock in 2 damage right at the start, because typically with the damage picks, counters and such play a very large role. Counters and synergies makes it awkward for us to get a good draft. I think the enemy team's process is much better here of getting, you know, they have their tank, they have a solo laner, Imperius being a very strong blind pick solo laner, he's pretty much good everywhere, and then Alexstrasza as a healer that goes with them. However, I think they make a massive mistake here in banning away the Tyrande, which leaves me free to pick up Anna. I mean, Anna is the best healer in the game right now by a little bit. And Anna is also extremely good against Alexstrasza, so it's kind of bizarre. I mean, number one, for her to go through the bans entirely and not get picked was amusing, but for her to go through when the enemy team has an Alexstrasza is truly baffling, in my opinion. Basically, Anna's grenades can deny healing, obviously in an area, and Alexstrasza is very much so focused on doing those AoE heals. It's very easy to, you know, see opportunities for Anna grenades on those big Alexstrasza, whatever they're called, the big healing circles, or to block her life binder heroic as well. So yeah, now we need a solo laner. We didn't get one though. It's a bit of a weird draft. I think some odd decisions on both sides. Our draft kind of somewhat lack of solo laner, but our draft's not too bad. We've got the Garrosh, who is a strong survivable frontline with the Anna single target healing, so it should work out just fine. I think, you know, it could be better, but it could be an awful lot worse. There's still synergies going on there. Garrosh throws someone in, and we have an awful lot of damage to follow up on that. The enemy team, you can see it's a very aggressive draft. They've got the Diablo diving in, Imperius diving in, Greymane diving in, Orphea going in with a combo, and Alexstrasza supporting them with healing circles and whatnot and so forth. Anyway, let's go back to normal speed. And we're back. I almost forgot. We almost did the entire game at 150% speed here. It's been known to happen. It's been known to happen. I mean, this is typically actually my old recording. That's a weird choice as well, the perfect aim on the Greymane. That's a really bizarre one. You don't see much. I guess it's the idea of this is to poke down. I mean, I guess his idea is that it's going to be hard for him to actually go in because of the threat of Garrosh. But there's so many squishies behind the Garrosh, and Anna, who can't really heal herself very well, so the thing will get bonus damage. But yeah, I guess that's the idea. But yeah, my old so you always miss the first few snipes. That's allowed. That's part of the process. The old recording process with the Road to Grandmaster was always that's really nice. Was always going in and, you know, play the game, obviously, then watch it back, usually at you know, 30% bonus speed or 50% bonus speed, to kind of refresh and look at the game over, and then come back and commentate over it again. So it's a much longer process making these videos. Sometimes it could take a couple of looks, or, you know, reviewing crucial team fights a few different times and things like that. So it tends to be a lot more that goes into these than just doing the live stream videos. So I think both have strengths and weaknesses. But yeah, here we're able to get a sleep on Alexstrasza, just stop her influence on this fight. We're able to keep Garrosh alive as well. Obviously, Garrosh, it's difficult for him to die. He gets stacking armor the lower his health goes, so he's never as close to dead as it would seem. Now your boy Raynor, who is tasked with picking the solo lane against that Imperius, has died 1 minute and 20 seconds, I suppose it was, into the game against that. So that's always a worrying sign. It's at this point of the game where I'm going, oh boy, you just couldn't have played like, you know, a good solo laner. You had to pick something weird and feed, but we'll see. We'll give him a chance. That was very almost a kill there on that Orphea, like 1 centimeter to the side with that Garrosh stun, and she would have been thrown in and probably killed, which is pretty nice. Now, do have to help out Alarak here, so always be watching these things on the map. Obviously, it's very nice to take these camps. It's, in fact, I would say crucial to take the turret camp if you want to be fighting the first objective, so Alarak taking it in good time. And this is one big strength of Ana. Let's talk a bit about Ana, as well as the Merc camps on this map. But Ana, she provides an absolute tremendous amount of AFK Orphea of single target healing. We're able to land a sleep dart on her. I think, yeah, he didn't quite have his CDs back around, but we get some good damage. It will certainly force her back or force her to tap, which is pretty nice, actually, coming up to this. It will give us the freedom to take camps and whatnot. She's actually tapped, so that means she has no well for this objective. So that's actually a very big win there in the lane. She was typing to somebody. Single target healing with Ana is very, very high. And just landing those snipes into them. You can do some really aggressive Merc camp takes. Rip Raynor once again. It is funny watching this back. I'm like, I could just, I remember the salt. This was recorded before the weekend. I was away for a wedding for a couple of days, so just getting back to do this now. I enjoy seeing me from the past. But yeah, single target healing with those snipes. You can take the camp. You know, a hero can tank it up. Let's say, for example, Greymane on the enemy team, obviously fantastic at taking camps, but he's got no self-healing. So if you're with something like, let's say, a Malfurion, obviously he can heal you a bit, but he'll struggle, you know, to keep without an enemy hero to Moonfire and proc the extra heals on his Q, he'll struggle to keep Greymane healthy. But Ana can just spam in a heal every couple of seconds into the person taking the Merc camp, and they walk away pretty much at full health. She won't do much damage to the camp herself, but it's still pretty nice overall. We're going to get a sleep dart here as well. We can throw our healing grenade, but it's not actually even needed, and we're able to get ourselves a very nice kill. Raynor's still up clearing the top lane. We didn't even need him there for this particular fight. So things actually work out pretty well. Now, I don't really want to get hit by that Orphea spell. That's a bit of a mistake. But you can see Orphea there. She's low on life. Alex Straz is not there. There's basically no way for Orphea to come in here. So we have pretty much of total control at this point. The Imperius is pushing bot lane, but Alarak is responding to that. Raynor's going to soak up top. So we're going to start making back up some of this XP advantage that the enemy team has generated thanks to the solo lane deaths, right? You lose a lot of XP if your solo laner dies, because oftentimes, you know, the rest of the team is rotating. It could very easily be stuck rotating, you know, for Merc camps and things like that, and could have a very tough time actually getting to the solo lane to stop them. This is the point where the enemy team could force this, so this is what we're looking for as the Ana. Gonna use our heal grenade there to keep Gul'dan alive. It might have been a mistake, to be honest. I think in hindsight maybe it would have been better to fire the sleep dart there to interrupt the Imperius stun, but no matter, we still are able to keep everyone alive. The enemy team loses too, and we're feeling pretty good about ourselves. Like I said, I really feel like leaving the Ana up was a big mistake on their part. I'm able to stay nice and far back, so I'm pretty safe from any potential CC, any potential dive. I mean, they could do some flanks and stuff, but at least this early in the game, we've been pretty safe from it. The idea of flanks becomes scarier once the enemy team gets level 10, of course, much more scary. And I become much more vulnerable. But this early in the game, I can stay far back using my trait for those longer range snipes. We can be in range, we can counter that engage pretty well. And just the grenade gets so much value, and this grenade build gets so much value, I feel, against the type of comp that the enemy is running, if they're not able to add a pressure onto me directly. So yeah, gone well so far. Excuse me. With Ana, I do go full grenade builds. Well, grenade at levels 1, 4, and 7, which gives you a shorter cooldown on the grenade. It makes the grenade heal more per target hit, and then it increases the anti-healing effect and duration slightly as well. So all those things go together pretty well, and they also synergize together pretty well. So all in all, pretty good. I actually think the Ana rework, by the way, is one of the best things, one of the best reworks they ever did with how they changed her trait, the Shrike. So you actually have a lot of gameplay. She's a very fun hero to play because you got a lot of gameplay going on there. You activate your trait, you get a relatively severe, actually, movement speed penalty because you are such a vulnerable hero. I think it's like 25%, but it actually does impact you a lot. That's a really nice sleep dart, and she actually goes down. A little bit of a blind sleep dart. I'm not a sleep dart pro by any means, so I'll happily toot my own horn if we get a good one. See, right there, I was kind of laughing, saying, you know, the Nano Boost, right. So the idea with Nano Boost, right, so I was laughing at myself because I misused it there. We threw it out. The enemy team just walked into that. I don't really know exactly what happened. This is the thing where I'd almost watch this back again a couple of times extra just to break it down. But yeah, the enemy team goes into a fight and we're absolutely crushing them. So obviously we're engaged in the fight and Alarak is going to be throwing out damage. So try to throw out the Nano Boost. Unfortunately, everything had died by then, so the Nano Boost is completely wasted. Now, it shouldn't actually matter too much because there shouldn't be anything important that happens before the Nano Boost comes up again. There's no objective or whatnot. But it was a little bit of a waste nonetheless. And I was certainly laughing about it. Oh yes, I was also taking the piss out of myself for missing too many snipes. So it's like, oh, I'll just bring up the targeting thing. And do a spin just to show it can. Just to show it can. This should be a nice kill here as well. Gotta throw down the grenade on her. And down she goes. Lovely. Obviously, Orphea does some self-healing. The grenade does a small bit of damage, so throwing that out, it will also splash onto our allies and give them some extra healing. But yeah, the idea also when you're in the Shrike mode is Ana, your snipes do pierce. So you do have that sort of positioning mini-game of... your sleep darts also pierce, by the way, too, and go a little bit further. Your heals go a little bit further and pierce once. There's a bit of a positioning mini-game. You know, can you get in a position to heal 2 heroes at once? Which will obviously, you know, double the value of that particular heal. So it can even be worth, you know, slightly delaying your heals a little bit. Not too much, though. Like, if you delay 2 seconds, well, you could have just got a second heal, so why wait? Nice little kill here by Gul'dan. Dropping the Horrify in. I mean, that's an interesting choice for sure, but I think it is probably the right choice. Our entire team was positioned towards the bottom. You know, we get the kill coming into the objective. He will respawn as the objective starts, but it should give us a little bit of a lead on the objective. You can see in this case, things are all in the bottom half of the map, and the enemy team is slightly lacking on that positioning. We were able to just, you know, they're moving towards the top. Instead, we saw, what was it, Greymane, Alex Strasza up there. I can't remember who else. Oh, Greymane's still there. So yeah, I mean, that gives us the opportunity to push in and just simply destroy a fort for free, which is huge. It's a nice chunk of experience bonus, increasing the experience that we generate for the rest of the game just slightly, but it does add up over time. You know, 5 minutes of that XP bonus will become somewhat significant, and there is the odd catapult going down that lane as well. You can see then we're able to come up to the objective. The enemy team gets a little bit of a channel because we invested in the fort, but nothing too bad. Gonna get our grenade in there for some healing. Garrosh drops in the healing camp. The healing camp will die to Diablo, and we're just waiting here on this. Gonna throw this in on the Alarak. I don't think the deadly charge actually hit, though, unfortunately. And Orphea comes in with a nice combo. Do get a sleep dart out. It wasn't a great one again, though. I mean, the Orphea does die, but Alarak has already fallen, and now we're in a bit of a tough spot. Raynor, he's carrying that turret to his grave. Garrosh picks it up. He drops it as well. I'm going in. I really don't know why I'm going in for this. That's just pure suicide. We got away with it, but would not, in hindsight, recommend that at all. It's like, that was 4 enemy heroes still alive and only 2 of us, and we're going in. He's getting some value from that Greymane cocktail talent there, actually. But yeah, going in for the sake of a turret, probably not worth it. So he's some positioning slightly back to dodge the Greymane cocktails and miss some snipes. You know, it's all good. Just Ana things. Just Ana things. He actually missed that one. That's lucky. And at this point, we're just kind of chilling. So we got 77%. This is one of the biggest noob mistakes that people love to make. That's actually hilarious. Okay, so Greymane is way too far forwards with that. This is fine to actually move in forwards. You want to be in. Look, 97, 98. They actually stepped off the platform, which was a mistake. They would have capped it if they stayed. So good for us. Very good for us. But yeah, so the idea right there is timing. Got a sidestep there. Obviously that heroic would kill me, so just prioritizing juking the Imperious combo. Don't force things too soon. Like, this is the most common mistake. You'll see it all the time on this map. right? So, I mean, that was an example where the timing was very tight, right? It was very tight. But it's like you're looking at the timer and going, okay, so we've got, let's say, 2 people dead. So there's, you know, well, let's go back to the proper example. There's 3 people dead. There's 2 of us alive. There's 4 of the enemy team, and we got the respawn timers coming in. The enemy team is building up percentage. We know is you can just, you know, you get used to the timers, and, you know, if you want to be good at the game, you got to play a lot, so you should be used to the timers. Our team will be back as a 5-man at about 90%, which means that we'll have, you know, in order to beat the enemy team, we'll have a little bit of time. That's a nice sort of sleep dart there as well, as the enemy team try to force their engagement, doing a similar thing. But Diablo is caught out of position. I'm actually going to jump in. It wouldn't normally go in as the healer here, by the way, but just trying to prioritize a quick turnaround on the enemy team as they force it, and it's going to work out great for us, actually. We're going to be able to take out Diablo and Greymane. I'm actually going to get out at this point to try healing and have the nano boost value as well. I think that's more worthwhile. You go, okay. Let's go back to that example, because I think it's really important, right? 2 of you are alive, 5 the enemy team. If you try to fight 2v5, you're gonna lose, right? You're 100% guaranteed to lose, and then congratulations, you gave away the objective, right? You gave it away, plus you gave the enemy team 2 free kills as the objective comes active. So you gave them extra value on their objective. Well done, congratulations. Instead of waiting, like waiting the 10 seconds, right? Waiting 10 seconds, or 20 seconds, and going, okay, wait, we can wait for all of our team to come back, and then as our team is respawning, we can go in, and we can fight in the objective. And then it'll be a 5v5, and we have a legitimate chance of winning. We'll still be in time to contest it, right? It's not giving it to the enemy for free, and we can actually take a reasonable fight, right? So it's that choice. It's that choice of being smart or being an idiot, of going, okay, either we for some reason force this objective right before our teammates get here, so we guarantee that we lose it, and we guarantee the enemy team gets a better objective, or we simply do nothing and wait patiently for like 20 seconds, go in with everyone alive, and then we're actually able to fight it. Yeah, that's... This will be one of the things that will annoy you most when you play lots of Storm League. That whole concept there. Yeah, it's cool. Dan actually gets MVP, which is really nice, especially because I was nano boosting Alarak. They're both obviously very good targets for the nano boost. I decided on Alarak because just simply, I thought he was playing very well at the start of the game. He had nice combos and he was aggressive. He also had deadly charge, so I said, you know what the hell. But yeah, Gul'dan did a great job without that. So guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time for more. Bye-bye.